Hello there friends, this is DotaNews. We're here to create the best Dota News channel ever. Here's what we cover in today's episode. Chinese teams go into Russia, Pure is leaving BB team, new Nigma players, Paparazzi is back, and much more. Without further ado, let's get straight to it. We shall begin the episode with Dyrachyo's Trashtalk that he used to do before the ESL One Kuala Lumpur finals. If you remember, he called Azure a crappy team. After that, Gladiators lost the match and Dyrachyo said that ESL made him Trashtalk. And the community was basically divided into two sides. Ones were supporting Dyrachyo and the others were criticizing him. But let's hear what the legendary Seb from OG has to say. Personally, I think his words are absolutely true because even Seb is a well-known trash talker.
Much as I got flamed for it and our PPD got so much flack and so some other players, I'm sure people kind of miss it because the spice before the games, it's kind of cool, you know, like everybody was looking up for, you know, like Ramses Quinn that happened at TI. I mean, everybody was watching that, I was watching that. I don't know, like OG, EG, despite whatever you might think, like it just brought more hype to the game. And I think the storylines at the end of the day are what, bring value to the games much because we get the same matchups over and over again, but actually the storylines behind are never the same. And I think that's why it's kind of nice to emphasize on the storylines and whatever it might be. Sometimes it just builds itself up because of matchups, because of team changes or whatever, and sometimes it is like some pre-game trash talk.
I guess a lot of you can remember the beef with the Team Secret social media guy. Anyways, thinking back to the recently held final of ESL One Kuala Lumpur, if it wasn't for Dyrachyo's trash talk, I guess we wouldn't remember the confrontations with GG and Azure so much. Also, I think you all remember the recent Quinn vs Ramses beef as well. You know, drama may not make sense here and there, but sometimes it's a really good thing to have before matches. I also think that chatting inside the game and typing stuff to your opponents and sending question marks like Emo did once, it all adds to the spectacle. What do you think, guys? Share in the comments below how often do you send some trolling stuff to your opponents in the matches. Also, some interesting but pretty tricky news came from G2IG as they announced that they're going to the Games of the Future in Russia, Kazan, where they will compete for $1 million. LGD, by the way, are also going there. There is still no information about who's going to join the two giants of Dota 2 Pro scene at this tournament, but I guess the organizers will tell us soon. Let's continue with the news about the Asian region as LGD in their Twitter shared the following news. Emo has overcome the mark of 12,000 MMR. That's a pretty cool achievement, but he's now ranked only 17th on the CEA server. We can congratulate Emo with question marks in the comments below asking why it took him so long, but I guess we won't do this, right guys? You better share how much MMR do you have, my dear followers. Share your numbers in the comments. I'm sure I'm watched by incredibly skilled players, aren't I? Okay, let's move on. There have been also some interesting and juicy rumors about Nigma's new players. Finally, I know you waited for this. There is a rumor that Ghost and Desire will join the team. It's very hard to say how well the team will play, but the combination of Miracle and Sumail sounds very strong. Let's see who will join the team in the end. In any case, we wish Nigma Galaxy good luck, because it's been a long time since they've been at the top, and I'm honestly wanting them to come back finally. By the way, guys, you still remember Monte, don't you? I talked about them in some of the previous episodes, and now they officially announced who's gonna be their coach. And it's a full-fledged Ukrainian legend. AWLAYSWANNAFLY. Here's how the lineup looks now. Crystallize, Moonlight, Infernal, Geo, and Eknart. Do you guys believe that AWF can take them to the international? Write your thoughts in the comments below. And well guys, there's a lot of unexpected changes. For example, recently it became known that BB team's Offlaner Pure went to inactive and just was benched. As many CIS players and insiders say, this is due to the conflict within the team. And honestly guys, I don't think it's a good idea for BB because Pure is one of the strongest offlaners in the world and he can execute perfectly. But well, it's life, you know. And I'm gonna tell you this, Pure has two options according to rumors. First, he can be bought out by Nigma for $500,000. I don't know, it sounds crazy and I agree, but that's it. This is what one of the CIS insiders said. Or he could join the new Ramses stack. There is also a rumor that they're assembling a stack, a mix, whatever, of Ramses, Kiyotaka, Pure, and a couple of supports. Or he can go to 9 Pandas, because Mira was released recently. And you know what? As reported by Esports insiders, Mira is going to join BB. On one hand, it's all super crazy. On the other, it's like logical. Mira at the moment doesn't have a team and he just left 9 Pandas, and he, in terms of skill, is not that far away from Pure, and he can execute any commands as well because he can sit there quietly and just do whatever Nightfall or GPK say. And Pure, well, okay, I think Pure deserves better. Anyways, guys, what do you think about this crazy, unexpected reshuffle? Write your thoughts in the comments below, as always. And since we're talking about the Eastern European players, Mira from Team Spirit talked about his vacation. He said that he's going inactive until January 2nd. Wow, Mira, nice joke, bro. LMAO, LOL. Hit that like button if you liked Mira's joke. But guys, let's get back to the good news, because Paparazzi is back in the pro Dota. The legendary Chinese player was inactive since August. His last team was Extreme Gaming, where he played for like 2 years, almost 2 years. And well, this summer, after a poor performance at the Riyadh Masters, where the team placed 16th, the player took a break from a competitive scene. But it's not even 6 months, and he's back. Don't forget to hit that like button if Dota doesn't let you go as well. Anyways, here's what he stated. I will not stream for the next few days. Will I discuss signing a new contract? Yes. There is no information yet about which team Paparazzi will join, but we wish him the best of luck and we really want to see him playing again. But for example, XinQ is not sure about Paparazzi's comeback. According to him, Paparazzi likes to play pubs more than official games, but let's wait and see. Will this player be able to successfully resume his career? Share your opinion in the comments below. And speaking of Nigma Galaxy, our favorite streamer and one of the most popular players in the world, yeah, Gorgc has something to say. He shared his opinion about Kuroky and Miracle. Why isn't Miracle top 1? He's skillful, obviously, but not as good as some top players. It's a bit insulting to say that Miracle is stronger mechanically than Watson, for example. He is good at everything from choosing heroes to builds. He also helps the team a lot. Watson knows what you need to do to win. Personally, for me, as a fan of Miracle, and you know why that happens, guys, because he's one of the best and greatest players in the Dota 2 history, and you can't argue about that. It's very sad to hear such words. But you know, guys, Watson has 2 accounts in the top 10 European ladder, so probably Gorgc is right here, but I don't want to believe it. And he also said something about Kuroky. I don't know if I've ever played with Kuroky in pubs. It would be nice, but I don't think he has enough MMR on his account. He's probably chilling a little bit lower. But then Gorgc said that this kind of gameplay is cool, actually. I mean, chilling. He said that Ace, for example, did that for years before he became one of the best offlaners in the world. He remembered how Ace disappeared and stopped playing on the pro scene after a period in Team Secret. Back then he had like 7k MMR and didn't even try to do it. People thought he was done with his career, but a year or 2 later he came back and just started tearing it up. But guys, honestly, for me, as Dandy used to say, MMR is just a number. Let's just all hope that this new squad of Team Nigma, Galaxy, and together with Kuro will be tearing it up like the good old days. And obviously, who do you think is more skillful, Miracle or Watson? And do you think that Kuroky will be able to return to the highest level of Dota? Write your opinions in the comments below. Let's discuss and fight and battle. I guess this one is gonna be interesting for you guys, because we have the first tournament of 2024 announced, namely the BB Dacha. The first stage of qualifiers will be held from January 3rd to January 6th, and then the closed qualifiers on January 7th. Overall, BB Dacha is a huge tournament that will be held in Dubai, and teams will compete for $1 million. Let's see who will take this trophy. And we will finish our episode by telling you what players would like to get from Valve for Christmas. And as no surprise, the most common answer is the balance on their Steam account. But there are a couple of players who stand out from the rest, for example Seb.
Good hero. Actually, I saw how they give the bands with the gifts. I don't want any gifts from Gaben. I don't want any gift. I don't trust Gaben anymore. I thought no gift, thank you. I'm good.
And for example, Cap asked for a very simple thing, to remove Nature's Prophet from the game. You must admit, you're a little sick of him too. Guys, what would you like to get from Give if he were Santa? Write your thoughts in the comments below, as always. And I believe that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave your feedback in the comments below, because it's really important for me to improve by listening to you guys. Also, hit that subscribe button to follow the best Dota 2 news channel. I'm not saying goodbye for a long time. See you soon.